If you're new to my channel, I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. Happy Monday! Today's video is going to be a He Falls First recommendation video. But before I start today's video, I just want to say, like my shirt, I got it from Cheyenne, from That Tall Book Girls Etsy shop, Lyric and Blue Co. I'll leave Cheyenne's link to her Etsy shop in the description down below. Give Me Butterflies by Jillian Meadows. This is a debut novel for this author, and I have to say, I loved it. I read this book because of Morgan from Nothing Better Than a Book. I saw her post on Instagram, and I immediately downloaded and read it. And I loved this book. I gave it 5 stars. It's a workplace romance. We follow Millie and Finn. Finn is a astrologist, and Millie, I think she works with the insects in the museum, and they work together at this museum. Millie is trying to get a job as the director of her department in her field at the museum because her director just retired, so Millie wants to fill in that position. Finn, he is also guardian to his 2 twin nieces because his sister died of cancer. Trigger warnings for a death of a loved one for cancer. Also trigger warnings for neglectful parents on Finn's side. Another trigger warning is a verbally abusive ex-boyfriend on Millie's part, because Millie's ex-boyfriend is still causing trouble for her. And Millie always thought Finn was this very serious guy who doesn't like anybody except his work at the museum. But one day, when it's day camp for the kids at the museum, and she sees Finn with his 2 nieces, she changes her opinion about him because they got off at the wrong foot, because Millie accidentally spilled coffee all over Finn and accidentally bumped into his car. And so she hasn't made the best impression on him. But unbeknownst to Millie, since he first saw her, he always kind of had feelings for her. And so when the girls learn that Millie is an excellent cook and she knows how to cook pizza, Millie's best friend volunteers Millie to give Finn cooking lessons, and that's how they are forced together. And it was such a sweet single guardian romance. Finn definitely falls for Millie first, but Finn is was so patient with Millie because Millie told him about her ex-boyfriend, and he keeps saying to her, I don't want to control you, I just want to see you shine. And I love her friend group, by the way, because her friends always tell her not to compare Finn to her ex-boyfriend, because Finn would never make her feel the way her ex-boyfriend did, so it's not fair that she kept comparing them to each other. I loved it. I love the way Finn was very patient with Millie. I love Millie's relationship with the girls. I love how Millie's family accepted Finn and the girls with open arms. It was so good. And I love the pretense of Millie trying to keep their relationship in the friend zone, but Finn kept saying, you just thought of us as friends. I've always thought of you more than friends. He even says to her the line, you always felt like mine. If that's not the most sweetie thing I've ever heard, then I don't know what is. I love this book. I give it 5 stars. Thank you, Morgan. The next book is a fantasy romance, Heavenly Bodies, by Amani Ryu. And here we follow Aurelia, whose parents were killed by the stars, and she seeks sanctuary to be hidden against the stars to a different kingdom from the Light Kingdom. And the king agrees only if she will be willing to be used as a weapon against the stars, and she does. But she needs to train under Enzo, the crown prince of the kingdom, because only her and Enzo are able to fight against the gods because of their special powers. But what people don't know is Aurelia is running from a prophecy that she will fall for a star and essentially the world will be ruined. And her and Enzo reluctantly become allies and friends, two lovers. And Enzo definitely falls for Aurelia first, but Aurelia is torn between telling Enzo what the prophecy is, because she's still hung up on the prophecy, although she has feelings for Enzo. But Enzo definitely fell for Aurelia first. The Unwanted Marriage by Katharina Mora. And this we have an arranged marriage between Dion and the heroine. Dion and the heroine have been engaged since childhood. There was like a 5-year age gap, 10-year age gap. And Dion was never really interested, not that he didn't like the heroine, because he always felt guilty about his parents' death, and her mother happened to be on the plane. The heroine's mother happened to be on the plane that his parents were on, so he always felt guilty. That's why he always pushed the heroine away. But when he sees the heroine go out with somebody else, all bets are off. Dion says, "You are not dating anybody else, you are my wife." And he definitely falls for the heroine first. I love Dion. I love this book. It's probably my second favorite Katharina Moore book. If you haven't read Katharina Moore yet, I suggest picking up this book. Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. We have Vaughn, who's running his grandfather's farm, and he wants to participate in horse racing, but he needs a horse trainer. So his farmhand suggests Billy, and Vaughn agrees to this horse trainer. And this girl shows up, who happens to be Billy, and Vaughn thinks she got the wrong person because he mistakenly assumed Billy was a man. And when he sees Billy train his horses, he was like, okay, you got the job. But Vaughn cannot help falling for Billy's strong personality. He definitely falls for Billy first. If you haven't read Elsie Silver's Gold Rush Ranch, please do. They're very good. I love all of Elsie Silver's books. And the last book I want to recommend to you is Reckless by Elsie Silver. It's a surprise pregnancy romance. We have Winter, who's trying to fix her relationship with her sister Summer from book 1, which was flawless. And she goes to Christmas dinner at Rhett's house. She has a one-night stand with Theo Silva, Rhett's protege, and after that one-night stand happened, Winter finds out she's pregnant. She tries to get a hold of Theo, but Theo never got the message, and she ends up raising her daughter for the first year by herself. When Theo moves in next to Winter and finds out he's the father of her baby, he's all in. He's there for Winter and the baby 100%. He's always on Winter's side. And Theo definitely falls for Winter first. And I loved it. That part in the book where Theo found out that he is the father of Winter's baby and that he missed out on the first year of his child's life made me sob. If you haven't read Reckless yet, please do. This is my second favorite after Heartless, but who knows? Bo's book could top Heartless and Reckless in October. I don't know, we'll see. Those are all my recommendations for He Falls First. Please let me know down in the comments below if you have read any of these books. I would love to know. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. Bye. I'll see you Wednesday.